Good evening and welcome to a very loud St. Clair College Sportsplex. The Plex is filling up nicely. It's the gold medal game of the 2022 OCAA Women's Basketball Championships. Good evening, everybody. My name is Dominic Papa. Certainly glad to have you along for the ride here this evening. What a couple of days of basketball it has been. Four great teams here playing for the title of the Ontario Championship, and now we go to the gold medal game, and it features the hometown St. Clair Saints. This is their third crack in a row at trying to win this thing. Of course, they were defeated the previous two times against the Fanshawe Falcons. A different opponent this time, a very outstanding group. The Humber Hawks come into this one. Both of these teams in this shortened pandemic schedule come into this game undefeated. So you have really the two best teams in OCAA basketball. They're both rated in the national rankings, and they've been consistently rated up in the top 2 or 3 of the Ontario rankings. So we have the best of the best here tonight. This is going to be an outstanding game. The coaches have been talking about it. The players have been talking about it. And I expect nothing but an incredible performance by both teams here tonight. Both these teams, I know it sounds cliche, someone has to lose, but really, truly, both these teams deserve a gold medal for their efforts up to this point. They've just been outstanding, how they've conducted themselves, how they've played all season long. Playing through this pandemic shortened schedule, it's been such a compact schedule all year long. You don't get a lot of time in between games to heal up the bruises, the bumps, things like that. It's been a challenge in so many ways for all the teams, and to make it this far and to make it to this game is an accomplishment in itself. Both these teams will walk away with medals. Obviously, one team will get a gold medal. That's the one they all came here for. You talk to both these teams, and they've said it right from the get-go. It's a gold medal or nothing. They both want the gold medal. I get that for sure. The champion also punches a ticket to Nanaimo, British Columbia. That's where the Nationals will be played. So the reward here, one, a berth to the National Championships, and certainly not a bad trip to British Columbia. Beautiful place, no doubt about it. And again, you get to see the best of the best playing for a Canadian championship. Both these teams are in that caliber. Again, both these teams have been ranked nationally, so you've got two of the best teams here in the country by far. Right now, we're going to check into the Sportsplex, the playing of our national anthem. Enjoy the game, everybody.
'22 edition of the OCAA Women's Basketball Championships. My name is Justin Prince. We are ready to see which team can come away with gold. St. Clair, Humber, all set to take on each other, West versus East. And both teams have had some stellar performances to get here. But now, it all comes down to one game, one night, to see who wins a title. Starting things off for Humber is Brittany English alongside Kia Watt. Nikki Wylagan will start alongside the top player in the OCAA this year, Nykiva Johnson. Then it's Sarah Baptiste, the rounding of the five. Then for St. Clair, they've kept this group most of the campaign. Kirsten Tompkins, the Katsira twins in Logan and Jenna, Jessica Paolini, and Shaylin Murphy rounding out your starting fives tonight from Windsor. Both of these teams undefeated entering tonight's action, 11-0, including postseason play. Both of these teams have had stellar performances here at the Sportsplex entering tonight. The introductions underway here in Windsor. It was yesterday evening where these Saints beat Algonquin to get here, 78-50. But it was Humber, with their faithful making their way down the highway, who won after a comeback attempt by Niagara, 80-74. And with these two teams in separate divisions in 2022, this is their one chance to prove who is the best of all the OCAA. Both teams pumped up for a historical night. Humber looking for their first gold since their four-peat in the middle of the 2010s. St. Clair looking for their first gold since 2003-04. Can they get it done on their home court is the question. Last of the discussions underway from the Rose City. Tonight's officials will be Stacy Newbigging along with Andrew Yan and Tommy Wu. Humber will be wearing their blue jerseys for this improbable and in a stellar tilt tonight. St. Clair, their white jerseys. Paolini, Campbell Johnson in the jump circle. Are you ready to crown a champion? We're underway from Windsor. Humber wins the opening tip of the night. Watt gives it over to English. Moved along this time. This is Baptiste. 14 of the shot clock still to work with. Backing things up, Wylagan. Looking to pass it back over to Campbell Johnson. Down to 4 in the shot clock. The mid-range J, no good. Rebound picked up by Logan Casera. Logan Casera, part of a combined performance by the Twins. 36 points yesterday, 16 for Logan. She gets the ball off the pass. Gets it stripped loose. Wylagan takes it up. The fifth-year player drives it in and draws contact for 2 free throws. And that time Tompkins within the vicinity. She's called for her first personal first-team foul. Last night, Humber went 15 for 18 from the stripe. They make the first of 2 to start. This is the first trip for Wylagan to the stripe in this tournament. She did not have an attempt in the regular season, mind you, albeit has a 20-point-per-game score, 2 for 2 at the stripe. Humber starts off on the board. Immediately starting off with a press after the first free throw is made as Humber. Logan Gasera gets it across half court. Paolini trying to call for movement. Logan Gasera trying to find an opening. Paolini in the lane, can't get her to go off the back rim. Campbell Johnson off the rebound. Campbell Johnson swings it off. Baptiste back outside Watt. Pumps. Baptiste takes the 3. It's good. Baptiste drops the triple. And the 44% shooter from beyond the arc in the regular season starts off with her first 3. The 3 back, banks in. Tompkins. Rushing back up the floor is Humber. Watt gives it back low. Campbell Johnson, double team. Post fade, gets it for the high block. Yesterday, Campbell Johnson, 30 points, 18 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 3 blocks. Keep an eye on her tonight, the star of the OCAA this tournament. Janica Serra goes for the long jump shot, swish. Quickly kick back down the floor by Humber. Drive inside, Wylagan gets it by Janica Serra. And the points are flying quickly, just past 2 minutes into the first quarter here on We Digital. Justin Pritz with you for the OCAA Women's Basketball Championships, the gold medal game. Tompkins gets it off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound picked up, Campbell Johnson off the bounce. English kicks it up to Watt. Watt nearly lost the dribble. Good defensive stop for the fast break by Murphy. Campbell Johnson on the back foot. Swings it off to Watt for the long 3, open swish. 12-5 run so far for Humber. Stolen away off the inbound. English, the pass out of the shot. Over to Baptiste down low. It's good again. And already a timeout called by Andy Kiss. 9 points is the advantage already for Humber, who had a stellar regular season of just under 90 points per game to get here. St. Clair looking to try and make some adjustments in their counterpart as they see the scoring balloon early. Take a look now at the huddle for the Humber Hawks. So you take a look at those statistics. This is with the postseason after, particularly the semifinal, in that comeback attempt, 91.7 points total average on the postseason. They've been shooting about 44% for the field during this run, 64% just under from the free throw line. Rebounding is the critical part. They've struggled on the defensive block yesterday against Niagara, but they allowed 18 offensive rebounds. With it being St. Patrick's Day today, many fans having the spirit to wear green, and not just because of the colors of the Saints. Now the Hawks look to try and hold on to this advantage in the momentum, up by 9, 7:15 to go in quarter one. St. Clair with the ball. So far, 5 points by Baptiste alone. Janica Serra brings it on up. Lined up with Murphy, Logan Gassera, Smirk. Brownie at the 5, now is Brianna Burden. Logan Gassera gives it off to Jenna. Jenna moves off to the right, cuts to the left, spins it towards the right, and ripped loose, and whistles come in late. Humber wanted the jump ball. And it is jump ball. And it will be re-inbounded from the side. 7 on the shot clock. We'll see if they get the reset. Clarification now from the side. And they will keep it at 7 on the shot clock. Waiting for the first shot of possession. With 6:57 to go in the first. And back the other way. 5-second violation by St. Clair. Offensive foul, should say, by Logan Casero off the ball. For her first, and the quick whistle again for the inbound. This time the reach. And just like that, 2 personals in 5 seconds. Murphy this time with her first. Looking to go down low. Campbell Johnson over Smirk. Yes! And Campbell Johnson, this year's Defensive Player of the Year, as well as overall Player of the Year, considering right where she started earlier this week. Janica Serra gets it up top. Off to Logan. Logan with some space around the edge. Now gets smothered. Passed off to Burden. 6 on the shot clock. Screen from Smirk. Burden rejected again. This time Campbell Johnson. Humber with numbers. Off the outside. Wylagan. Off of Logan Casera, no good. Smirk right there for the rebound. 4 minutes in. 11 points is the advantage so far for Humber. To trim it back, the 3 no good. Rebound again, inside traffic, Campbell Johnson. And that draws some whistles. This time another reach, and this time Grace Smirk called for her first. And already 3 personals for St. Clair in the first 4 minutes. AJ Sharma started off his stint with this team stellarly, looking to add what will be goal number 5 since that 2014-15 season. Baptiste inside, the pass through traffic, Campbell Johnson. Campbell Johnson so far 6 this quarter. Moved up by Janica Serra down the right side of the floor for St. Clair. Jana again nearly has another jump drawn, tapped out of bounds instead. That will give St. Clair a chance to reset from the side. It's Coach Andy Kiss coming all the way out towards the edge of the scores table here. Let's take a look at the previous play. Baptiste able to find Campbell Johnson in the triple team for the bucket. In live action, rejection as Smirk. Late whistle, 2 free throws. More contact to the wrist, and it's Campbell Johnson with her first personal. 6-foot center from Brampton. Called for the first team foul of the quarter. First substitution of the night also coming in, and it is Yasmin Onati, who picked up 6th Woman of the Year honors for Humber East this year. Smirk misses the first of 2. St. Clair yesterday went 5 for 14 from the charity stripe. Second one rims out. English there for the board. Logan Casera helps stop the fast break. Slow back down by Watt. Once again with it. Onati. Size up with Burden. Man-to-man look for St. Clair so far in this set. 7 on the shot clock. The spin in, no good. Smirk rebound. Pulls it away from Baptiste. Murphy scans the court. The 2-sport athlete. Star in softball this year, especially at stolen bases. Watches as Burden passes it out of bounds, intended for Smirk. And St. Clair struggling as they make more substitutions. Paolini and that's right, Bird will come on in for the first time in regards to Bird tonight. Just past halfway for the first quarter here on We Digital. Glad to have you with us from the Rose City tonight. The outside setting things up, Humber again. Pulling up for 3, Wylagan, why not? Wylagan with 7 now in the frame. And the Hawks are up 21-5. Stripped away from Murphy. English over past Logan Casera for the layup. 23-5. A quick glance at the last play. Just getting the step ahead. Janica Casera, the step back. Yes. And that stops the run, and Humber steps over the line. That's the 3rd time a call of that sort has had to be made tonight in both games combined. It happened with Algonquin and Niagara in the bronze medal game once, +1 initial foul right after the inbound. This time, Humber steps over the baseline. Logan Casera with the 3, no. Tapped out to Murphy, and English got hit in the eye. Janica Casera is called for the personal as English walks around. First personal for Jana Casera. 4 team fouls now for St. Clair. And now it's moved to 5. So in the bonus already are the Hawks. English will go to the stripe. English a huge part of the performance yesterday defensively by Humber. 4 assists, 8 rebounds, 12 points. It's also a critical part of the defensive scheme. Struggled from deep, however. Second free throw attempt set up for English, a 42% shooter in the regular season. Second's good. Murphy immediately breaks the trap this time. Janica Casera sets him outside. Murphy tries to look. Janica Casera for 3. Good. Janica Casera, the one hot spot in this one. 7 points in the quarter for the Saints. 15 points up are the Hawks so far. Wylagan to respond, can't get the bounce. Logan Casera does for the rebound. Looks from the left side of the Saints floor to Murphy. Trying to open things up again is Murphy with a give and go. Paolini sets up the high screen. Jumper inside the arc, off the back rim. Tapped around, battle for the ball. Rolls it over to the We Digital sign. As that will mean a turnover and substitutions with Baptiste back on in. Wylagan with their first breather of the game. Baptiste looking to continue what's been good start shooting with 5 points right out of the gate for her. Keep an eye on Baptiste battling with Janica Casera. Near contact there. Baptiste gets it off the switch. Bird from behind. Rejection out of bounds. And the quick switch to Desiree Bird leads to the rejection. 10 still on the shot clock. Humber having time. Running out of it, able to get it to Campbell Johnson. Over top, Paolini, no good. Logan Casera again, open rebound with 3 minutes to work with in the first quarter. Murphy for three, her favorite spot, can't get it. Campbell Johnson again on the rebound. Tempo kept high, this time by Watt. Watt looks to give it off, Campbell Johnson again. Again high, mid-range, again good. Size mismatch. 17-point advantage, quickly take a glance. This pass, able to get some space from her comfortable spot. Meanwhile, in live action, no good again from St. Clair. Campbell Johnson picked up the board in traffic. At the other end, English can't get the roll. Murphy gets some space under the cup. Kick down for the pass. Bird can't get a shot off. Bird tries to draw the jump. And they do give the jump trigger. Jump ball, Humber. And coming out will be Watt. Back in is Wylagan. Also back in for St. Clair is Tompkins with 2:11 to go in the first quarter of play. And a big gold medal day for OCAA basketball. Both these teams are playing in their opponent's gyms, so to speak, in both women's and men's basketball tonight. English, three, good. And the Hawks are up by 20 on the Saints' home court. At Humber's home court, the men's basketball teams are playing for their medals. And the gold medal right now, Paolini cuts in for the bucket. Quick pick and roll. See that quickly set up as English can't keep up with the switch. Back the other way. Campbell Johnson, no good on the bounce, but tapped out of bounds. Last touch by Humber. The boomsticks come out in full force. Watt already being brought towards the side of the bench. Andy Kiss trying to make multiple adjustments here down the side. Murphy, high screen from Paolini. Janica Serra steps back again. Contested jumper, it's good. Janica Serra with another triple. She's been in Fuego this postseason. Separation that time from Baptiste. On the other end, Humber just making the bucket for two. So we're cut this back down to a 17-point lead for Humber. 50 seconds to go in the first quarter. Logan Casera cuts in too strong. Right there on that team with a rebound, the former Brampton Warrior. Campbell Johnson, the bounce pass from behind, swatted. Tompkins keeps it alive, keeps it going for St. Clair. Chance for a 2-for-1 opportunity. Down low, Paolini under the cup. Yes. 1 second difference, shot clock and game clock. Press coming back again. Wylagan stepping around. On the bottom of the rim, no good. Shot clock off for the quarter. Logan Casera sets up outside for three over English. Way off. As that bounces its way to a treadmill. And towards an elliptical bike. Humber now with the chance to end the quarter with the shot. St. Clair immediately going for the pressure, going for full court pressure. Watt coming in for the final shot. Another substitution coming in quickly will be Danielle Romani, the first-year player from Brantford, will be the inbounder. 5 seconds to go. Moved up to Watt, down to two, open, three, buzzer, good. Wylagan contested, and Humber will end the first quarter up big, 35-17. You're watching We Digital for coverage of OCAA women's basketball. It's the gold medal game from the Sportsplex at St. Clair College in Windsor.
Hi, I'm Jeff from Monson Time Express. The world is in an unprecedented battle these days. We all have to come together to beat this horrible virus. Monson Time Express encourages everyone to stay safe and listen to the experts leading us through these challenging times. A new normal is going to have to be considered in our everyday lives. The team at Monson Time Express understands that you and your loved ones are still trying to go forward each and every day. Monson Time Express is here to help and remains open to take care of all of your delivery needs. With a fleet of 50 vehicles, including cargo vans and sprinter vans, along with 24-foot straight trucks, it doesn't matter if your freight is big or small. Monson Time Express can guarantee the safe and prompt delivery service throughout Canada and the United States. Monson Time Express is open 24 hours a day, 364 days of the year. To get your delivery moving, contact Monson Time Express at www.monsontime.ca or call toll-free at 877-250-8282. From the Monson Time Express family to yours, stay safe and stay healthy.
Looking at the huddle now for the Humber Hawks as they lead 35-17. They've led by as much as 20 in the gold medal matchup. Remember, this is a team that won bronze the last time the championships were held in 2019-20. The majority of the players who led them there are here and are hungry for a gold. About to start off the second quarter of play, Humber shot 56% from the field in that quarter. St. Clair, 39%. They start off with a 3 attempt short. Now T picks it up off the board. Immediately Wylagan open layup good. Wylagan with 12 points this game. That's a game high. Near miscommunication on the inbound. Logan Cassera getting over top of Murphy. And a high screen. Quick whistle. Going against Humber. This time Kia Watts called for a first personal as Burden brought on in the 6th woman of the year for the West Division, who's been quiet tonight. Just 2 minutes, 1 shot missed. Janica Serra gives it off to Burden. 11 on the shot clock, Logan Cassera. Spinning around, gives it off to Jana for 3. The twin powder, yes! Jana Cassera, a perfect 5 for 5 from the field with 3 triples so far tonight. It's Logan who finds Jana for the 3. Trims the gap down to 17, approaching 1 minute into the second quarter here on We Digital. Justin Prince with you for the OCAA gold medal game for women's basketball for 2022. Campbell Johnson, fade away, good. Campbell Johnson also with 12. Also had 5 rebounds in the first quarter alone on double-double watch already. Janica Serra gives it off to Burden. Off to Logan. Logan looking for her first make of the night. Gives it off corner. Janica Serra, baseline drive, too strong. And again, another rip-down rebound for Campbell Johnson. Moved up for Batty. Stretching the defense. Wylagan, 3, good again. Timeout. St. Clair, their final of the half. And just past 90 seconds into the quarter, Andy Kiss needs to make adjustments. And a critical stat to consider from that quarter. And it's not just the triples raining down with 5 in the first alone on shots like that. It's also the fact that Humber picked up 3 steals and forced 3 turnovers for opportunities similar to that have led to 11 points off turnovers alone. None for the Saints. They have not forced a steal yet. See how heated Andy Kiss is as he looks to try and break through with a gold medal here after multiple silvers in a row. The postseason has been strong for them, 76.7% scoring. They, as mentioned, beat Algonquin 78-50 yesterday. About 37% from deep, 36% when rounded up for the field. 51% though for the postseason from the line. Bench points throughout the run has been critical. Keep in mind those 60 points combined in their rounds of action entering tonight. 42-20 the score, 8:24 to go in the first half, and the Hawks silencing the crowd in Windsor so far. Murphy, Logan, Casera on the floor with Jenna. Burden Smirk, offensive foul. Murphy, her second. And an illegal screen is the call, and Shaylin Murphy will have to come out. Tompkins coming back in. The first-year player from the Rose City, from Holy Names, will now have to visit the training staff. Huge part of the team defensively with 4 steals yesterday alone. As well as starting to heat up from deep in the postseason at times. Tompkins helps with the steal. Kicked over to Burden from St. Clair's favorite spot. Yes! Burden from outside. And that trims the gap back down within 20. Campbell Johnson in response. Pass back out, another 3. This time airballed. Still 9 on the shot clock though on the offensive board, and a travel in traffic. Back the other direction. And Humber's coaching staff starting to pick things up and make some quick adjustments for this set. High screen again by Smirk. Bowden to Smirk, low post to Jenna for 3 again. This time misses her first shot. Baptiste again able to track down the rebound. Moved over to Watt to Baptiste. More space on the outside, opening up now to the low post. Campbell Johnson draws the reach. Tompkins with her second. Second team foul of the quarter. Second team whistle against Tompkins. Paolini will come back in along with Bird. It's a rotation they attempted for a period in the first quarter. Screen set this time for the 3 again. It's good again. Wylagan again makes it rain. She's got 18 this game. Jenna Casera gets it back down low. Swings it back around to Logan. Down low, Paolini, the right cradle, no. Humber again, the board. English leads it up. To Wylagan, extra pass corner, Baptiste for 3, no this time. Under 7 minutes to go in the first half. Bounce pass, Paolini from her knees to Bird. And 2 free throws triggered. Bird to the line to shoot 2. See some of the fans in attendance watching. As a result, also watch the trip. This time, Wylagan called for her first, team second. As Bird misses the first of 2 from the stripe. When it comes to Desiree Bird, the semis yesterday, 8 points were picked up as well as 8 rebounds in 17 minutes. 1 for 2 this time at the stripe for the 80% free throw shooter this year. Humber continuing to try and set things up outside. Hard screen, Campbell Johnson. Back towards the inside. There's the swing in. Baptiste too strong. Paolini right there to pick up the rebound. Jenna Casera setting up on the right wing. Logan Casera drives it in. Count it! And the foul. Logan Casera breaks through for her first points of the night. She'll go to the line to shoot 1. This time, Baptiste caught for her first personal, team's third. Logan and Jenna Casera both made the West Division's first team this year. Logan, though, can't make the free throw to complete the N1. Campbell Johnson through a bunch of traffic. And Jenna Casera can't believe it. Campbell Johnson to the line. Looked like a reach either way in the midst of that, as Campbell Johnson to the line to shoot 2. Jenna's second. And so far, Campbell Johnson That first one drops 13 points on the evening. In the regular season alone, just under 24 points per game, but an improbable 17.6 rebounds and 2 steals, along with 3 blocks on average. 46-26 now the score. Bowden looks left, gives it to Jenica Serra. Guarded by English, cuts back left on the size. Whistle be for the shot. Still counts either way for 2 free throws. Jenica Serra to the line. English with the personal. That's her first for the first team East Division player. And that will bring the chance for the penalty. With 5:42 to go. Jenica Serra makes the first of 2, and the intriguing thing about Jenica Serra has been in the regular season it was Logan who was the higher scoring player. But this playoff run, it's been Jenna who has been red hot, especially from beyond the arc. She's led her team in scoring in almost every round of the postseason for them so far. The trim gap now to 18. Campbell Johnson for 3, yes! Campbell Johnson, her first 3 in this building this week. And they count it now for the lawn, too. Either way, 48-28. Screen knocks over a St. English and Baptiste in the vicinity. See, Baptiste discussing things with English. It is Baptiste caught for her second. It's Logan to the stripe because of that. And now, for the next 5 minutes and 15 seconds, the Saints are in the bonus. As the first one goes swish. Logan Gacera, one of the top free throw shooters in 2022. Just under 91% for players who made more than 2 attempts a game. Good news for the Saints. Tompkins is coming back in with Murphy. Let's look at one of the previous plays moments ago. And this is involving the jump you see with the right foot, the toes, that was on the line with that green stripe. Halfway through quarter 2. 48-30 Humber. Campbell Johnson avoids the reach, gets blocked by Paolini. Paolini rushes back up, out to Brennan, to Paolini baseline, off the pump, whistle, count it, and the foul. A block at one end, and then one on the other. It's Campbell Johnson with her second personal. And Paolini with a chance to trim the gap back down to about 15 here. Gets the bounce. Five consecutive points scored now by the Saints. Campbell Johnson can't get the pass. Out of bounds on Atzi, the intended target. Timeout, Humber, their first of the half. And all of a sudden, the Sportsplex is rocking. After being kept silent for much of this first half, the crowd is getting into it as the Hawks get into their huddle to adjust. Let's take a look at the award winners entering tonight. Again, plenty of award winners as mentioned during earlier action, including Jamie McLean, the East Division Coach of the Year, who was unable to coach today's action due to protocols. But the OCAA Coach of the Year, Christopher Rayo, picked up a second bronze medal in his coaching career in the OCAA. Then you have Campbell Johnson, the Defensive Player of the Year, with a dominant year, rebounding and blocks, along with steals, along with the Player of the Year in general, along with the All-Canadian CCAA action. The West Division Rookie of the Year, played earlier in Harrison for Niagara as well. Holtzing picked up the double-double in her season finale as Defensive Player of the Year in the West Division as well. And keep in mind, that doesn't include the fact that St. Clair had a couple first-team West Division All-Stars. Humber had a few on their own, as well as an all-rookie player. Sharma looking to try and stop the bleeding. This gap trimming down fast. And remember yesterday's comeback where it was a 26-point advantage for the Hawks with 5 minutes to go. That was cut down to within 4 before the Hawks held on late against Niagara. Pass to Paolini, deflected. Wylagan takes it up. Wylagan sets up around the outside. Watt gives it up. Onatsi to Wylagan. Back to Watt. 10 on the shot clock. High post again. Campbell Johnson. Paolini smothers. Travel the call. And pressure starting him out as Coach Kiss makes adjustments offensively for the set. Paolini comes for the high screen again. Murphy cuts right, outside Tompkins. Paolini hesitates on the jumper, yes! Paolini with 9 points this game now. 5 this quarter alone. She guards Campbell Johnson again. Reset back out after the smother. 10 on the shot clock once again. Under 4 minutes to go in the half. English right into Burden. And 2 free throws called. Burden called for the personal. Her first, 13 foul. And that will bring the veteran point guard in English to the stripe. 4th year for her with Humber, the Toronto, Ontario hometown player. Smirk, Janica Serra coming on in before this trip. And as you see on her shoulder, the time is now to grow the gap back to 15. First is no good. That time will have to wait. She's now 2 for 3 at the stripe so far. The second misses. St. Clair stands up, but Humber picks up the rebound. English over to Watt. Shuffles over Logan Casera for the 3, yes. Kia Watt making the Saints dance. Murphy tries to do the same back. Smirk again, high screen. Off to Tompkins. Janica Serra, bounce over to Watt, stolen. Watt tries to take it coast to coast, loops it back for the open 3. Wylagan, no good, can't take advantage of the defensive lapse. Janica Serra brings it back. Logan Casera moves corner. Janica Serra swatted from behind. Campbell Johnson the steal this time. She gets removed back. Back-to-back turnovers now. Tompkins to Murphy. Logan Casera, hard screen off the ball. Tompkins knocked down. And with St. Clair in the bonus, they'll go to the line to shoot 2. And it's English with her second. Coach Sharma discussing things with English. Onatsi coming out. Baptiste will now line back up. Meanwhile for Tompkins, she'll make the first of 2. Perfect in the regular season from the stripe. And one of the veterans for this St. Clair Saints core, her 3rd year in the program. And she goes 2 for 2. At one point, she was one of the top rebounders for this team, despite being the point guard back in 2019-20. Down low, Campbell Johnson loses the ball. Back the other way again. St. Clair looking to take advantage of the turnover starting to mount. Murphy calls for motion from Jenna. Jenna moves behind. Outside instead to Smirk, just inside the arc. Yes! Smirk with her first bucket. Largest lead of the game, 20-plus points for the Hawks. Baptiste moves to the corner. Watt moves inside. Can't draw the first whistle. Second chance, no good. Logan Casera again the rebound. Coach Sharma not liking what he's seen, as that one off the mark from Logan. Set play once again, Campbell Johnson. Swing around now for Baptiste. Watt sets up around the upper top left side of the Humber floor. Setting things up while Lagan has to cut back in. Back out, 3 in the shot clock from the parking lot, no. Chase down for a whistle. And that will bring both teams over the limit as English is down. English comes back up after another hard bit of contact. And the Saints faithful not happy. Logan Casera called for the personal. Second for her. Humber still wants the timeout regardless. They've indicated. And we'll see if they'll have the time or the free throws. Now they'll bring them towards the side to discuss. The officials are actually trying to discuss things if they will make the foul stand. And the fans are getting emotional. A big call here. Now they're calling them back out. And they will give the timeout. Now Humber free throw trip is going to stand. Hawks take their second and final timeout of the half. 51-39 is the score. Even then, the momentum starting to shift. Compare that to the men's side. The bronze medal was picked up earlier today by Lambton. They were down at one point early against Redeemer, but they pick up some hardware. St. Clair's men's team looking for their first gold since 1967-68. They lead by 1 1/4 over in the GTA region with under 2 minutes to go in the first, 21-20. Keep an eye on that one as St. Clair looks to try and go for double gold in basketball. Humber looking to do the same, and Humber in a good chance right now to do that, at least for the women's side, for step one. The Saints, though, are starting to claw back after trailing by more than 20. Andy Kiss confirming things with his team. Remember, it will be English at the line to shoot 2. Both teams are over the limit for the half at 5 personals per side. English looking to take advantage with this trip once more. 7 points so far on the night. And a chance to answer back, to stop the scoring run St. Clair's been picking up the past 2 minutes. Last time she went 0 for 2 at the stripe. Starts off 1 for 1. Second's good. And with the velocity of the whistle, they will give Humber the ball. So in terms of that, to clarify, in that situation would count as an unsporting foul in that mark. Watt sets up to Campbell Johnson. 6 on the shot clock, another travel. Another travel for the player of the year. And another substitution for Humber as they bring in for the first time Sapna Dio tonight. Logan Casera being told to go to the floor, as right now Coach Kiss trying to clarify who he wants as subs. Now Baptiste being brought in on the other side. And hearing a warning may come into play here. Baptiste in. 1 minute, 8 seconds to go in the first half. It's Logan, Kucera, Paolini, Tompkins, Burden. Rounding up the 5 for this setup is Murphy. No good on the shot down low. Humber looking to get the bucket. Dale back outside by Lagan. Screen from Campbell Johnson, nearly stolen. Burden tries to get it back. Back inside. Can it get the roll around the world in 80 days it in? 9-second difference, shot clock and game clock. St. Clair not going for the 2-for-1. Logan Kucera goes right. Draws contact, count it, and the foul again. Her second and 1 this quarter, as she looks to convert this time. Shot clock off for the remainder of the quarter. There's substitution, Baptiste coming out as a result of the personal. Panazzi moving back on in, the 5'7" guard. Good. More substitutions wanted. This time it's Bird. And they will take out Logan Kucera for what could be the final shot of the quarter. See the discussion from the sideline as they get it ready for the set. Previous play moments ago. See the contact inside Baptiste. But down to 13 seconds, live action. Drive good by Lagan. 6 seconds to work with in the half. Murphy rushes it up. 2 seconds. Buzzer. No. And at halftime, the Humber Hawks lead by double digits still. They look to soar to a gold medal. Up 57-42 after 20 minutes. You're watching We Digital here from Windsor. Dominic Papa standing by after this.
Welcome back to the St. Clair College Sportsplex, the site of the OCAA Women's 2022 Basketball Final Four. My name is Dominic Papa. We kick into our halftime intermission. Georgia, come and join me. It's okay. we have our first guest lined up and excited about this first guest. But before I get to her, again, pretty exciting half of basketball, very hard-fought basketball going on, and got to give full marks to Humber. They came out on fire, very focused. Fortunately for the Saints, they did respond. They made a little bit of a comeback towards the end of that half. We'll see if they can pull even closer by the end of this third quarter. Tough game, no doubt about it, and we'll see where it all ends up. Now, to my very special guest, of course. Loved covering this lady when she played for the University of Windsor. She was outstanding, and now she's giving back to the game that I'm sure she loves so much. She's one of the supervisor of the officials that are officiating this tournament, Georgia Riznita. No stranger to our surroundings here. She doesn't come down often enough. I always give you trouble about that, but it's nice to have you here, Georgia. And what did you think of that first half?
Oh, what an explosive half. I mean, congratulations to these athletes and these coaches. They have gone through so much over the last couple of years, and to have such a athletic, competitive, highly skilled half, phenomenal. Kudos to both programs.
Yeah, they're both high-end programs, no question about it, and I knew we were going to be entertained here tonight, that's for sure. Let's get into your part of it, Georgia, and you're here supervising. Obviously, the officials on the floor, I don't want to say you're judging them or anything. I'm sure you have a lot of respect. You've officiated yourself, so you know what it's like to be in the fire here. This is a tough game to officiate. There's a lot of intensity. There's a lot at stake. What's good advice for an official like this to come into a game like this?
Well, first of all, the first thing is that we're part of the athletic triad, right, of the coach, player, and official, and our job is to enhance the game and promote the game. Going into this game, you basically say to the referees, let the players play, the fouls will come out, and be patient.
Tough to be patient in a game like this. Easier said than done, but certainly they get well trained, and there's a reason why these officials are here. I'm sure they've been monitored and selected for this game. A game like this, there's already been several. I'm not going to say questionable calls, but calls that probably were tough to make. How does that affect an official during the game? And is it one of those things where you make your call and then just put it behind you, go to the next play?
I think so. We talk to our officials about having always an active mindset and being engaged in the play. The same, no different than a player and a coach, right? You forget about the last missed layup, and then you go, on to the next play. So you miss on offense, get it back on defense. You miss on defense, get it back on offense. The same way, officials in a multiple possession game, they are going to have an error in judgment, but the next is not to let that lack of error in judgment affect the next one.
I'm guessing, Georgia, and I'm giving you a chance here to put out the word. I know in a lot of sports right now, and I always encourage a lot of the athletes that played and maybe were done with their careers, let's give back. One way they can give back is getting into officiating. Absolutely. Is there a need at this level? And certainly, how would they go about it?
100%. We, over the course of COVID, lost about 500 basketball officials in Ontario. I know hockey lost a lot, soccer lost a lot. I think it's a way to stay involved in the game, but it's also a way to bring back the knowledge to the game, because if you're an athlete and you've grown up in the system, you know the rules, you know the basketball styles, so it would be great to have you on the floor.
What's tougher, reffing or playing?
What's funner or what's tougher?
I'm sure playing is a lot more fun, no matter what. I mean, I feel for some of these officials sometimes. You've got the crowd on your back, you've got the coaches on your back. Sometimes you have the players on your back, so no doubt there's no fun there. But as a player, I'm sure it's a lot more fun. But tougher, I mean, is it more mentally tougher to play or more mentally tough to officiate?
I think both. It brings a little bit difference. Today we spent 2 hours watching yesterday's tape. So our officials always want to get better, kind of like athletes want to get better. So they have that growth mindset in terms of their ability to kind of adjust and grow and do all the things. But it's draining nonetheless, right? Basketball has multiple possessions. There's a lot coming at you, and it's an adjustment. And it's 40 minutes of like this game's going to prove, a grind. So staying mentally focused is key on all sides.
Good point. You still look like you're in game shape. You still playing the game at all? You still at least pick up ball a little bit?
No, I'm not. I wish I was. My knee doesn't allow me to do that anymore, but I'm honored to be back in Windsor. I think the community is phenomenal, and I think that St. Clair is top-notch in terms of their hosting. Your program that you put out there, I watch from afar, and I was honored to be part of this community when I was when I was a player. I got to be part when I was a coach, and now I get to be part of an official. I can't ask for anything better, so I thank you for that commitment to sport.
You have to thank you. You gave us some great years of basketball coaching and playing, and you were always a class act and just represented our area so well. And we miss you. It's tough, when we see one of our favorites go. So, anyways, great to talk to you, Georgia. Yeah, well, pleasure's ours. Trust me. You talk about St. Clair, boy, they treat us like gold here. So we're ecstatic. We're ecstatic with our partnership. Do come down and see us, though. I know it's a little bit of a trek, but during the season, it'd be nice to see you pop in a couple times. You make the schedules? If you do, no.
So for the OCAA schedules, that is a hybrid where it's local and regional. For the OUA schedule, Dave Maxim is our supervisor. So I'm in charge of the provincial tournaments and the provincial education and development of officials. So yes, this tournament, but during the season, no. But I will. Now that you've invited me, I got to come.
Absolutely, I'll invite you every time. And you know what? Just tell them it's a you got to go do some supervising down here. So
thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, I got to let Georgia go. Appreciate it. And a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll continue with our halftime report. You're watching the OCAA 2022 Women's Final Four Basketball Championships on We Digital Productions. Welcome back to the St. Clair College Sportsplex. We're in our halftime report. You see the score there. Humber up by 15 over the Saints after the first half of play. Andrea Kiss, the hard-working assistant coach of the Saints, joining us here on the broadcast. Thanks for doing this with us, Coach. And quickly, your impressions of that first half. Humber's notorious for fast starts, and we saw it here tonight.
Yeah, they came out really strong. Kudos to them. They were obviously ready to go. I think our girls did a nice job of weathering the storm and keeping us in a position where we still can come back and win that game. 15 points is not a huge deficit, and we have the shooters to overcome that.
Yeah, three-point shots are no stranger to the Saints. I thought that first half was extremely emotional. How tough, Andrea, is it for you and the rest of the coaching staff to keep the girls, to keep the emotions in check, and certainly try to keep them focused on the job at hand?
Yeah, I think it's something that you know as a former player. It's easy to get emotional, and it's just important to stay in the moment. We try to remind them that it's our job to lose our cool, and it's their job to just stay in the moment and stay focused.
Right. I'm sure you were in the room with the rest of the coaching staff. I know you can't go into details, I understand that, but can you give us an idea of what was talked about and what was most important to emphasize?
I think amping up our defense, 57 points is a lot in a half, sorry. And, like I said, shout out to Humber. They definitely came out ready to go. So make some defensive adjustments in order to bring that down to a more ideal point spread this half.
We talked a little bit about the defensive play before the game with some of the people, how important defense was going to be in this game. Humber, like you said, 57 points. They score a lot of points, just like the Saints do. Do you kind of abandon that right now and just maybe try to match that, or do you just stick to the game plan?
Stick to our game plan. I think it's important to keep like you said, the focus and keep your mind in the game, and that's just going to go back to our roots and what we established in our foundation this season.
I'll let you get back in the room, Coach. I appreciate your time here. I know you're busy, but good luck the second half.
Thank you.
All right, that's Andrea Kiss, the assistant coach of the St. Clair Saints. Her team down right now by 15. 57-42 is the score. We're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll get set up for second half action. This is the OCAA 2022 Women's Final Four Championship on We Digital Productions.
Did you know that the most severe injuries in our region are motor vehicle crashes? 65% of road fatalities last year were directly the result of distracted driving. 90% of injuries arriving in our emergency rooms are preventable. Our message to you this summer is, put down the phone. Just drive. Let's work together to keep our trauma stretchers empty.
Good evening, sir. Where are you coming from?
I was just at a buddy's watching a game.
Have you consumed any alcohol tonight?
I had a couple beers. Thanks.
Can I ask you to step out of the vehicle, please?
How many drinks does it take to impair your ability to drive safely? Having even just a few casual drinks can impair your driving ability to the point that you could lose your license for at least 3 days or more.
Hi, honey. Can you come pick me up?
Play it safe with alcohol. If you plan on drinking, don't plan on driving.
My name is Nicole Peck.
To the OCAA women's basketball gold medal matchup. Humber up 15 over the St. Clair Saints here at the Sportsplex in Windsor. Justin Prince with you as we take a look at your halftime stats. And so far the Hawks, they have controlled the scoring advantage, shooting above 50% in both quarters. That means they're shooting just below 54 in total. They've also hit 8 threes of their 13 attempts, shooting 61% from beyond the arc. Compare that to St. Clair, 44% with just the 5 threes. The one thing that was huge for St. Clair in the second quarter that got them the win in said quarter were free throws, 9 for 13 for the Stripe, picking up a majority of them, in fact all of them, in the last quarter. Humber, 7 for 10 for reference. Meanwhile, that point-off turnovers total, it's worth noting those 9 points for St. Clair on that statistic were all in the second quarter as well. Rebounding has been tight. Blocks have been tight. Humber still controlling the steal advantage as a result of how strong their defense was to begin the matchup. Now, the big question will be, how will the second half fare out? Compare that to how things are going for the men's teams over at Humber College. The St. Clair Saints men's team is trailing to Humber in its men's side, 43-37, 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. The question is going to be, can St. Clair come back there? Can St. Clair come back here? Is the big mark for everybody. The fans have been showing their excitement in the stands throughout this entire halftime, and now it's the matter of seeing, will the teams be ready to go to start this third quarter after what was a physical frame. Amongst the top players in that first half, Nikki Weilagan, 22 points to lead all scorers, 8 for 12, including 4 threes. Picked up as well 2 steals. Meanwhile, Campbell Johnson has not been the main scoring option, has less shot attempts, in fact, compared to Weilagan, but still has 15 points, 8 rebounds, nearly double-double range. But also 4 turnovers, including 2 travels in the first 2 quarters alone. We're underway for the start of the third quarter of play. Humber starts off with the ball. Moved around for the jump shot. No good this time. Moved up ahead this time by Logan Casera. Tompkins, Janica Serra, Paolini, Murphy, the 5. Motion for Murphy to open up outside. Kicks it low post. Paolini over top. Campbell Johnson, no good. Tap for the second chance and a fresh 14. That time it counts. Paolini so far in double digits for St. Clair scoring-wise with that. Had just the 1 rebound, though, but 9 points in the first half alone. Back outside. Weilagan for 3 again. It's good. And the threes continue to rain right out of the gate for the second half. Justin Pritz with you here on We Digital, 60-44 the score in the gold medal matchup for 2022 for the OCAA Women's Basketball Championships. Janica Serra finds a way in. Janica Serra leads St. Clair in scoring with 17 points so far with that bucket. 3 of those main shots she had out of her 5 were from downtown in the first half. Meanwhile, downtown goes Humber. This time, Baptiste getting space. 16 minutes played for her up the court, setting things up. Murphy over to Tompkins, stripped away Weilagan. Plays the reach for Murphy. 3 on 2. Way out of the reach of Baptiste. A big dive to try and keep it going. Tompkins nearly loses the ball, takes it herself for the bounce. Both teams trying to put together a high-tempo offensive flair early in this quarter. Watt nearly trying to jump again. Baptiste back out to Watt. Has the size mismatch, drives past it, open, can't pay. Logan Casera to Jenna. Paolini running up the lane. Janica Casera reach from behind. And a hard whistle, English, her 3rd. First team foul of the quarter for Humber. And then quick substitution for Burden. Coming in for Tompkins. Let's take a quick glance at the last play. The separation. Baptiste picking up over Janica Casera. Taking advantage of some of the defensive assignments St. Clair talked about coming into this week. Playing more so man-to-man. They have shown looks at times at zone. Janica Casera can't get it to go. Logan Casera, 2-hand swats it out of bounds. About 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Double team, nearly stripped. Watt knocked over. English over to Campbell Johnson from her favorite spot. Can't get it. Those high jumpers just inside the arc have been her specialty today. Over to Janica Casera, meanwhile. Back and forth with Murphy. 10 on the shot clock, taking the 3, yes! Jalen Murphy gets on the board. Started 0 for 5 tonight. St. Clair now within 12. Cutting in, Campbell Johnson. Hard contact. 2 free throws coming up as Janica Serra not happy. Janica Serra with her 3rd personal. First team foul for St. Clair. Smirk and Tompkins will come on in. Janica Serra and Paolini on out. Campbell Johnson so far tonight, 1 for 2 for the charity stripe. First is good. In the regular season, 78.6% from the stripe. Both are good this time. The gap's back up to 14. Trailer this time with Baptiste pressurizing Murphy. Off to Burden. Tompkins tries to open up towards the corner. Logan Casera tries to open up the paint, loses the ball, swatted out of bounds by Humber. Last touch by the pressure of English and Baptiste in the paint, but still 11 on the shot clock to reset things for the Saints. Running out of time to inbound in, deflected out. Stays Saints basketball. Keep in mind when it comes to Coach Kiss and this squad, with the amount of silvers in a row, want you to break that stretch of back-to-back after losing to Fanshawe both years. This time, Humber gets the steal. 2-on-2. Bounce off the head of Campbell Johnson. The Hawks keep it alive still. Over to English, over to Wylagan. Contested 3. Too strong. Baptiste right there for the fresh 14. Campbell Johnson. High post gives it off to English again. Campbell Johnson just inside the arc. Back rim again. Murphy right there. Murphy nearly stripped, is stripped. Baptiste gets the steal. Campbell Johnson stripped from behind by Smurf. And the East Division first team All-Star losing the ball there. She'll watch the 3 outside. Banks in. Logan Casera. Humber picking up the tempo again. They did this early in the first quarter. Smirk there for the rebound as Baptiste starts to rip at it. Jump ball, St. Clair basketball. And this is the smallest the lead has been since the first quarter. St. Clair within 11 on their home court. Soft press shown once more. Logan Casera gets some separation. Chases her own miss for the putback. Yes! St. Clair within single digits for the first time since the first 3 minutes of the game. Campbell Johnson to English. Move back over to Watt. Watt spacing with Burden. Burden stays smothered. Back to 3 on the shot clock. Front rim no good. Burden there. Picks up the tempo. Smirk flares out outside. Smirk open. 3. Count it. Smirk with the rare triple. And the Saints are within 6. Back down to the high post. Campbell Johnson reaching from Burden. Over top Smirk, no good. Burden there for the rebound. Battle for the jump. Jump ball signal. Possession arrow Humber. They keep possession as Paolini will come back in for Smirk. And St. Clair already making quick adjustments here in the midst of that substitution, with 14 still on the shot clock. Watt. Wylagan. Push pass. Campbell Johnson. Mismatch. Can't take advantage again. Approaching 4 minutes to go in the third. 65-59 Humber. Murphy, step back, tippy toe 3, yes sir! She's got it again. Timeout, Humber. St. Clair has nearly come all the way back. Shaylin Murphy, with one of the biggest shots of the season, has trimmed what was a 22-point deficit to within 3. One more look at the previous possession for Humber. And you see how much that separation had been trying to be built up with Burden. Keep in mind, we've been seeing those screens utilized a lot, that time not working to full effect. The fans are going wild, as you see. Here's a look at Murphy and the shot moments ago again. You see how much spacing was opening up on that side of the court before the step back. 65-62. 2 timeouts remaining in the half for Humber. And the Kirsten Tompkins fan club in full roar. Can St. Clair get gold on St. Patrick's Day? With under 4 minutes to go in the third, Humber with the basketball. Watt lines up this time with English. Campbell Johnson. Wylagan, Baptiste the 5. The starters relied on most of the day for Humber. Campbell Johnson wants a motion. Wylagan guarded by Logan Casera. 9 on the shot clock once more. Baptiste, separation from Burden. Logan Casera back out, contested over Wylagan. Wylagan can't drop it. Jump ball trigger again. Baptiste there. Jump ball, St. Clair off the miss. And Logan Casera, one of the spark plugs of this comeback after struggling early. The West Division first team All-Star with 12 points this game. 5 this quarter alone. She gives it off to Burden for the tie. No. Picked up by Humber by Watt. Humber being told, push the tempo, push the pace to Campbell Johnson. Baptiste swings it away. Campbell Johnson goes to work, hits the bottom of the rim. Here comes Tompkins. Tompkins slows it back on down. Open, Paolini. Good. And the Saints are back within 1. Campbell Johnson, high post, guarded by Paolini. Humber, just 8 points this quarter. They make the triple. Wylagan now with 6 points this quarter alone. 28 the game. Humber now with a bit of a buffer for this possession. Tompkins, hard screen, open space, yes! Kirsten Tompkins having one of her best games of the year at the right time for St. Clair. She guards English again. Man-to-man setup. Campbell Johnson spins away for the mismatch. Logan Casera the contest. St. Clair with a chance to tie it. Logan, bounce pass, Burden, Murphy for the lead. No, Campbell Johnson again on the rebound. And at this point, Campbell Johnson in double-double territory. Wylagan working with under 2 minutes to go in the third. 68-66 Humber for 3. Good. Watt corner. Yes. And a Humber bench warning. As an error change, Tompkins out, Bird in for the final 90 seconds or so of this quarter. Logan Casera runs the point for the set. Burden tries to step in. Draws a reach. And a rare whistle this quarter. Watt caught with the contact as Vernon will go to the stripe. Watt's first. Make it second. As it will be Burden, 62.5% of the regular season, who will make the first of two. Yesterday, no attempts from the stripe. It's their first trip all championship week. Both are good. St. Clair within 3. Watt brings it back up for the high post. The give and go again. This has worked a few times for the Hawks this week. It's good again for Watt. Kia Watt with 11. 1 minute to work with in the third. Logan Casera through some traffic. Too strong. English double teamed. An offensive foul as she hit Logan Casera in the face with the ball. English with her 4th personal. And Logan Casera going right off the floor. Tompkins back in. Onatsi being brought back in for the substitution. She'll come in for English. And the starting point guard for Humber tonight in foul trouble the rest of the way. Inbound directed to Bird. Deflected back out. St. Clair still with 13 on the shot clock. We talked about Onatsi, 6'6", Woman of the Year from the East. She watches Murphy set things up outside. Smirk sets up back. Step back 3. Too short. Smirk there for the putback. Yes. Humber with a chance for the 2 for 1. Humber taking a bit of their time. This time no give and go yet. Now back to Watt. 11-second difference shot clock and game clock. Wylagan doesn't need that. She gets another 3. Shot clock off for the remainder of the quarter. Tompkins to Burden. Burden the run. Tries to avoid the contact, instead misses. Campbell Johnson rebound. 3 seconds to go. Wylagan. No good at the buzzer. The putback too strong. But St. Clair has come back from down by as much as 22. They trail by 6 with a quarter to go in regulation. You're watching We Digital for gold medal action at the Sportsplex in Windsor. points in the final few minutes. We're underway for the fourth quarter. She'll start things off, giving it to Campbell Johnson. Campbell Johnson, 17 points, 10 rebounds so far. She gets the ball off the deflection. 13 still on the shot clock. Campbell Johnson wants the ball back for the give and go. Wants some space. Watt open, yes. Campbell Johnson using the experience to help plan that one out. Tompkins tries to plan it out for St. Clair, for Murphy, for three again. Again, it's good. Her third three. St. Clair got within 1 point of taking the lead in the third quarter. They have yet to lead. Watt, wide open. Three is good, yes. Defensive pressure being called for in the first minute of this fourth quarter here on We Digital Productions. Justin Prince with you for the OCAA Women's Basketball Championships, the gold medal game. Paolini rejected the first time. The putback good, yes. Paolini so far with 15 points on the night. Sending things back up is Humber. Back outside again. They've focused along on their outside side shooting all night. Baptiste sizes up. Campbell Johnson, mismatch. Lawn J, front rim no good. Paolini over top Baptiste for the rebound. Janica Serra gets some screens to open things up on the left side. Steps back inside the thick green line. No. Fresh 14 though, picked up on the shot clock. Janica Serra gets back for the reset. Paolini sets up low post off the signal. And a reach-in called, first personal of the quarter. Legan this time right there, her second. And you see the St. Clair faithful watching closely. The team first personal. Inbound this time, Janica Serra. Back out to Murphy. Janica Serra runs the corner. Logan Gassera knocked down on the screen. Janica Serra can't knock down the three. Baptiste kicks it back up to Watt. Watt sets up the set play. Again, Campbell Johnson, screen. This time, Watt. Drive, the double clutch. Good. Timeout called by Andy Kiss. St. Clair's first of the second half. And the Hawks starting to bounce back after some of their scoring woes and lows in quarter three. Meanwhile, third quarter about to get underway for men's basketball action down at Humber College's campus. St. Clair is trailing by 8 there, where the Hawks look to add more gold medal hardware to their men's program history, but St. Clair looks to break a drought for gold that has not seen them win since the 1960s. On the bright side, for the men's side, they have at the least secured their first medal as a program in the sport in a long time, since 2005-06 when they won the bronze. Before that, 1990-91. If you look up at the Raptors at the Sportsplex. But here in women's basketball, the tension is high with those watching along with that game, those watching along with this game, across the facility. Timeouts wrapping up. Coach Sharma finishing up his huddle as well as Andy Kiss. The Gassera twins on the floor with Tompkins, Paolini, Murphy to start off out of the huddle. 7:43 to go in quarter four. And what a difference in terms of bench play. Just 2 players have appeared off the bench for Humber tonight. Combined minutes for them, 10. 1 for Dio, 9 for Onatzi. The top 6 women in the East this year. Down low, Janica Serra watched the miss from Paolini. Ball picked up by the Hawks. Moved on up this time by Wylagan. Trying to size up Janica Serra, gets a step. Gets a swish. Wylagan with a stellar night. 34 points. Lead back up to double digits. Bounce pass, Logan Gacera, drive, inside, good. And remember, Logan Gacera started ice cold from the field. She's since bounced back with 14 points in the past couple of quarters. Nancy Munstill's on the floor already. Change coming up, and an offensive foul. Watt called for the personal. That's her third. And Watt will get a chance to take a breath. English back onto the floor. Bit of a press look now from Humber. Looking 1-2-2. They back it off. Janica Sarah, the screen from Smirk now. Euro step in, draws contact. She'll go to the line to shoot two. Campbell Johnson draws her third. Check that, that's why Lagan with her third. With Janica Sarah at the stripe. 6:37 to go in the fourth. First is good. The Twins so far tonight combined 4. 36, making it 37. Points for St. Clair. Trying to break the trap. Humber knocked out of bounds by St. Clair. Now a draw and re-inbound from the side this time. By Lagan immediately setting up. Campbell Johnson swung over this time. Baptito English. Bullet pass. Lagan again, 3. This time too short. Nancy inside. Second chance. Campbell Johnson just rolls it over. Campbell Johnson, her first 2 points this quarter. Back outside. Janica Sarah off the pass. Grazes the bottom of the netting. And quick whistles fly. Baptiste gets tripped up. And this time a push is the signal. Janica Sarah with 4. And Janica Sarah in major foul trouble the rest of the way, a key contributor of the offense. And St. Clair's leading scorer. 6 minutes to go in regulation in the gold medal game. The OCAA Women's Basketball Championships. Back high post. Campbell Johnson sprints in over Smirk, yes! Pressure now keeping up now for Humber. Round to Burden. Janica Sarah, contact off the ball from behind. And that put Humber at the cusp of being over the limit. This time it's Watt with 4. She's now in foul trouble after coming back in. They'll switch things around for the matchups as a result. Paolini avoids the strip. Logan Gacera moves it back. Moves it back in. Moves to the pump. Too strong. Campbell Johnson again. Campbell Johnson swings it to Lagan. Passes back out to the top. Watt slows it down. Halfway through the fourth quarter. English contested 3. Again, good. And the three-point line has been open for business for Humber. Janica Sarah off multiple deflections in. Initially swatted away before the shot. Picked up now for the pass to Campbell Johnson inside. Yes. Humber now with their largest lead in a while this half. 14 points is the advantage. Logan Gacera drives it again. Humber now is over the limit. Baptiste with 4. 3 different starters now for the Hawks are in major foul trouble. Baptiste out for Onati. With Logan Gacera with a chance to continue momentum from the line. First is good. Second's good. First look for some pressure. Half-court trap. Stolen away by Murphy. Over to Logan Gacera. Back to Paolini. One-on-one inside. Rejected by Campbell Johnson. Nearly losing it back is English, and Burden tries to grab in. And Burden with a hard foul. That's her second personal coming. Team second. No free throws triggered on that whistle with the reach. The Hawks will get a chance to set up for half-court set. While Lagan moved over English. English double teamed, another whistle drawn. This time, Burden back-to-back whistles, third personal now in the past half or so for her. 2 of them in the past 10 seconds. Tompkins coming in. And Burden is calling for help for the training staff. The 6th woman of the year for the West Division is down for her so far. Shown good shooting stroke throughout the season, but now have to go to the side. Let's take a look at the quick stats. The bench has been a big part of St. Clair's offense tonight. 13 of the points that way. The bench in Humber not utilizing much of the bench this evening. They have, however, St. Clair picked up more second chance points in the paint, as well as fast break points tight. Speaking of points in the paint, what? Under 4 minutes to go in the gold medal game. Logan Gacera to Paolini. Long jump shot, too strong. Well, right there for the rebound again. Paint wide open, stolen nearly. Trying to throw it off. Well, that's in Janica Serra. Can't get it out in time. Humber keeps possession with 14 still on the shot clock. It's Coach Sharma and co. Close to another goal. Down to 3 on the shot clock. Euro step, what? No. Taken back up now by St. Clair to Janica Serra. For 3, front rim, Paolini trying to break the cold spell for the Saints. Janica Serra cleans it up. Three minutes to go. Murphy watches Watt. Janica Serra tight with Onati as their mark. While Lagan switches over with Jana now on her defense. Outside English, too strong on Onati. Open for space, Logan Gacera. Caught for the personal, her third. With contact top of the head. Next one puts St. Clair over the limit and both teams in the bonus. With under 3 minutes to work with. Onati not seeing too much playing time tonight. Looking for her first points this evening. Gets the first. In the regular season, she was an 83% shooter from the stripe. Of note, Burden has returned back to the bench for St. Clair. Second's good. Moving up to Janica Serra. Paolini trying to find space, low post immediately. Moves back outside. Janica Serra resets it back. Gets space for 3. Yes, she's got it. Here comes the trap. Broken quickly. English with it. Defensive mismatch, defensive miscommunication can't be taken advantage of. Coming up to 2 minutes to go. Murphy moves it over to Janica Serra again. Contested inside, no good. Rebound, ripped down by Watt. Watt avoids one reach. Moves over to the left side, slows it down and starts to drain it. Campbell Johnson over to Wylagan. Back to Watt. Logan Gacera called for the reach in. She's got 4, and that puts St. Clair over the limit. So move Kia Watt to the free throw line. Burden back in. And St. Clair going small ball lineup. As a result, this is a rare look for St. Clair this season. They've usually played with either Smirk, Selena Shaw, or Paolini on the floor. Kiss trying to pull out all the tricks. Timeout called with a couple minutes to go. 99-88 is the score with under 2 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. And the Hawks already starting to smile. The Hawks under 120 seconds away from their first goal since 2018. It's been 4 or 5 years since then. And they look to do it with an undefeated season. St. Clair, they look to keep their undefeated season alive. The question is, what result will come to be? Will there be a Rose City miracle for St. Clair? Or will Humber add another goal to their prestigious history? 99-88 again is the score. 1:49 to go in the fourth quarter. Small ball lineup being utilized by St. Clair in a critical moment. Both teams over the limit. 1 timeout remaining for St. Clair, 2 for Humber. And Wylagan has been unbelievable with 34 points. Watt has been strong herself with 20. Can't get 21 to start the trip. Second up. The second no good. Burning with the rebound. Moved up by Janica Serra. Tompkins already setting up in the corner. Janica Serra looks to her right. Long 3 up top. Tap back out for Murphy. A fresh 14. About 90 seconds to work with. Logan Gacera draws the reach. And Wylagan call for the personal. That is whistle number 4. And the Hawks with 4 starters with 4 personals. As Logan makes the first. A critical second attempt for Logan Gacera. No good on the second. Vernon picks it back up. The pump back rejected. Baptiste picks it up. And St. Clair fouls. That's the end of the night for Janica Serra. Janica Serra with 26 points has fouled out for St. Clair. The Saints have lost their leading scorer of the night. 99-89, 1:28 to go, and it's Baptiste to the stripe. First is good. .88 seconds away from a goal. Both are good. Quick inbound. Murphy to Logan Gacera. Outside. Burden. Extra pass. Tompkins. 3. Too strong again. Wylagan there for the rebound. And Humber looks for the dagger. Trying to set up high post, instead moved back, kept alive. That time off St. Clair. Moved up with 9 on the shot clock, no good to the bank. The put back to the line to shoot 2. And Logan Kucera is done. Both Kucera twins have ended the era of the twin power, fouling out in the gold medal game. Both in their 4th year with the Saints in eligibility. From Chatham, Ontario, what a career for both Jana and Logan. And Humber is 1 minute away. Baptiste with 11 points so far tonight to extend the lead to 14. Both are good again. Bird, Murphy, Burden. Smirk, Tompkins. Look to find some luck. Murphy can't get it off. Bird takes the shot. Too strong. Tompkins rebound. Didn't hit the rim. Still 10 on the shot clock. Out to Murphy. To Smirk. Over top the D. 3 on the shot clock. Stolen away. There's the dagger for sure. And the Hawks can start draining the clock down. 13-second difference, shot clock and game clock. Campbell Johnson. Back outside, Watt. No good, and the shot clock is off. For St. Clair, it will be a 3rd consecutive silver. As Bird draws the N1 to close it back up a touch more. The N1 sequence. That time called on the drive-in side. And a timeout called after the Campbell Johnson personal, her 3rd. Final timeout for St. Clair as they look to wrap things on up, and they are already taking the timeout to round the crowd applause. Humber draws things up to finish. But you hear in the background the excitement from the St. Clair faithful. St. Clair with their 3rd consecutive silver. They came within 1 point of leading at one point after trailing by as much as 22. 7 seconds to go for 2022 season. Free throw no good. The Hawks pick up the rebound. Humber soars to the top again. They're the gold medalist for 2022. It's their first goal since 2018. And an incredible run all season. Undefeated. Go the Hawks. And one of the best players for the run has to be number 10. Wylagan with 34, a game high to wrap up the season. red hot from deep and led a barrage of triples on the way to the gold this year. The hardware moments away from being handed out here in Windsor as St. Clair has to settle for a silver. And the emotions building on the side as the presentations get all set to go and the fans watch around. 103-91 the final of the gold medal game. Dominic Papa standing by with post-game coverage in just a moment. You're watching We Digital. Humber are the soaring to the top squad again in the OCAA in women's basketball.
Performance here tonight. They came into a very tough situation, a very boisterous St. Clair crowd here, and the Hawks were able to stay to their game. Even when the Saints came back and pushed them, the Hawks found a way to find another gear and secured the victory. They win at 103-91. So that's the story here. The Hawks win the gold medal. The Saints have to settle for their third silver medal in a row. Nothing to be ashamed of. What a year for the St. Clair Lady Saints. 10-1 record, just the one loss here tonight. An outstanding campaign for, or I should say 11-1. I forgot the game last night. But an outstanding campaign for Andy Kiss and the girls there. Again, this program has evolved. It's one of the premier programs in the province, year in and year out. Andy Kiss has really done a great job in solidifying that, and the Saints certainly have nothing to be ashamed of with their performance this season. Speaking of teams, an incredible team here at St. Clair College that puts these tournaments on. They have great leadership in Christy Gatto, Ted Beal, Jay Schufelt, all just do this so well, and they're to be commended for their performance as well. They are gold medal performers, trust me. They put on the best tournaments. It's organized to no end, and we're certainly very appreciative here at We Digital of everything they do for us, how they take good care of us and make sure that we have everything we need. Full marks to the St. Clair staff, the athletic staff, on a gold medal performance again here in putting this tournament on in short notice with a compact schedule. Outstanding job by the leadership group here. I want to also commend my team, the We Digital team, under very tough situations. We were dealing with some issues that people may not be aware of. We still were able to get the games on, kept it at a pretty high quality. I'm very proud of that, and I want to thank all the We Digital people that made this happen, because it's a lot of work, folks, and these guys on my team give their time. They come from long days of working at their other jobs, And we're very fortunate and blessed to have them as part of We Digital, so I say a big thank you to them. Also, I want to thank everybody that has watched. Hopefully you enjoyed the broadcast. I want to thank those that also wrote into us, commented on the broadcast. And I can tell you one thing for sure, folks. We strive to get better every time. We'll work on it. We'll keep getting better. And, we certainly do want to provide the best we can do for the viewers at home that can't make it to the games. That's our job here. We want to make them feel comfortable. We also want to make St. Clair feel proud of the broadcast they have. So hopefully we can continue that. So that's the story here. The medals are being given out. The hardware is being given out. The story's come to an end. St. Clair settles for a silver medal. Final score, once again, it's the Humber Hawks 103, the St. Clair Saints 91. On behalf of everybody here at We Digital Productions, actually, before I let you go, Stuart, give me that scoreboard. I just noticed my stats guy has an update. It looks like the men are also on their way to a gold medal. Still a lot of time left in that game, 70-55. Still a quarter to go there in the men's game. Hopefully the Saints can find a way to come back in that one. But again, two outstanding teams and two great seasons for both those clubs. The Saints have already qualified for the Nationals along with Humber. They will play in the Nationals starting next week. So congratulations to the St. Clair Saints men's basketball team for accomplishing that. Now I will say thank you for tuning in. Stay safe, everybody. Make sure you respect everybody's rules with the COVID situation. We're still not out of the woods there just yet. Be careful with everything. Enjoy it. Hopefully we get back to that full normalcy and we can come here back and watch St. Clair Athletics again very soon. On behalf of everybody here at We Digital Productions, this is Dominic Papa wishing you a great night. Take care, everybody. We'll see you again soon.